Fear and Hunger is one of the most brutal and fascinating indie horror games that's come out in the last few years. But what really sets it apart, at least in my opinion, is how it explores the concept of divinity and eldritch horror. The game doesn't just feature gods in the traditional sense. Instead, it presents a twisted metaphysical hierarchy that includes old gods, ascended gods, and new gods, each representing different phases of belief and power in the Fear and Hunger lore. In this video, we're focusing on the old gods, where they came from, what they represent, and how they influence the terrifying world of Fear and Hunger. Before they were humans, they were old gods. These beings are primordial forces, divine concepts born from a strange dimension known only as the Green Hue. The Green Hue is essentially the birthplace of all gods. It's a sort of formless, surreal plane, like a primordial soup of raw emotion, energy, and abstract ideas. Think of it like an alternate dimension that humans can't fully perceive or interact with, though we do catch glimpses of it throughout Fear and Hunger 1. The old gods emerged from the Green Hue, long before human beings ever existed. They embody universal, archetypal forces that transcend language and culture. They aren't just powerful beings, they are the personifications of emotions, instincts, and natural laws. Let's start off talking about the two most prominent old gods, those being Gro-goroth and Sylvian. They're like a twisted yin and yang, two halves of a greater puzzle piece. Gro-goroth is the god of destruction, death, war, and sacrifice. He embodies mankind's violent instincts, the desire to dominate, to destroy, and to conquer. He is worshipped by the cult of the wolf masks, whose ritual includes human sacrifice and cannibalism. His divine gifts include devastating black magic spells, like Black Orb and Hurting. Sylvian, on the other hand, is the goddess of love, fertility, and creation. She is the mother of humankind in a sense. Her followers, the bunny mask cultists, worship her through rituals of procreation. Her runic symbol is a very on-the-nose symbol. It's shaped like a vulva, representing life and reproduction. Together, these two gods represent the duality of existence, life and death, creation and destruction, pleasure and pain. And interestingly, they're not just metaphorically connected. In Fear and Hunger 2, it's revealed that Gro-goroth and Sylvian actually had an offspring, which leads us to the god of nature, Venushka. The old god Venushka, who embodies nature, makes perfect sense when you think about it, as nature is the balance between life and death. Plants grow, animals are born, but everything eventually decays. Venushka reflects the harmony and brutality of the natural world, a direct synthesis of its parents' domains. This divine family tree also adds a fascinating mythological layer to Fear and Hunger. These gods aren't just cosmic forces, they have lineages and history. Next up is one of the more mysterious old gods, the god of the depths. This deity isn't known by or worshipped by many humans. Instead, its followers are mostly creatures that thrive in the darkness, insects, vermin, and other abominations that dwell far from the sunlight. It represents revulsion, decay, and the inescapable darkness that surrounds life and death. What makes this god unique compared to the others is that it actually has a physical presence in the game. You can encounter and even kill it by destroying its 3 hearts hidden within the dungeon. This act opens a gateway to the corpse of the god of the depths. But here's the catch. The form we see is likely just a fragment, a decaying shell, or a trace of what the god once was. Its true essence might be long gone, or perhaps it was never fully present in this world to begin with. This is just a theory of mine, but we'll delve into it more as the video continues. Lastly, we have the trickster moon god, Rher. Rher is a mysterious, spiteful trickster deity. He watches over humanity from above, literally. If you look up at the moon in Fear and Hunger 2, that's Rher, staring right back at you. Unlike the other gods, Rher seems jealous of humankind. He resents their potential to ascend to godhood. That's why he sends servants, like the Pocket Cat and the Lady of the Moon, to abduct children who might one day rise to divinity. It's heavily implied that Rher is the main antagonist of Fear and Hunger 2 Termina, subtly manipulating events from behind the scenes. But of course, as we know, at the end of Fear and Hunger 2, it's revealed that the Sulphur God was the main antagonist. Perkele reveals that the mighty god we see up in the sky is just a trace of the powerful deity Rher, the trickster moon god. Now here comes the big twist we learn in the first Fear and Hunger game. When you confront the traces of Gro-goroth in Fear and Hunger, you can actually talk to him, and what he reveals changes everything you thought about the old gods up until now. He tells you, the older gods, they do not even exist in this world anymore. What you can notice about Gro-goroth while you're fighting him is that it's just the traces of him, echoes, shadows of divine concepts. It's not actually Gro-goroth you're fighting. Gro-goroth explains that the old gods were once pure, perfect embodiments of emotion and thought, but human ambition corrupted their image. These gods didn't leave the world because they were defeated, they left because the world could no longer understand them. Humans tried to grasp them, depict them, mold them into something familiar, and in doing so, they tainted the divine. Gro-goroth says, they are the true forms of feelings and ideas that linger in men. The gods exist within us, but trying to perceive them fully would shatter the mind. Gro-goroth at one point offers you the possibility to see his true form. And this, of course, breaks the mind of the player and defeats them in combat. That's why their true form is impossible to see. It's different for every person, shaped by individual perception, belief, and emotion. This is likely why the traces of Gro-goroth look the way they do. It's because that's how the player sees them. You read the books, absorb the lore, imagine the god, and in doing so, you create the image you then fight. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The same applies to Sylvian, Rher, and possibly even the god of the depths. As Gro-goroth reveals, the old gods left humankind a long time ago. As of now, they become myths, feelings, and projections. As human beings try to define them, worship them, and embody them, they slowly vanished. The only thing left behind are traces, lingering shadows in a world that has long since lost its purity. That's one of the more interesting things about Fear and Hunger. It's not only scary with the disgusting monsters and abominations you see, it also unsettles you with ideas and concepts, like the fact that even the gods are fragile in the face of human misunderstanding. The divinity isn't eternal. It's something that can be corrupted, misinterpreted, and forgotten. The pure divinity of the old gods have left humankind, but the traces still linger on, and the humans do whatever they can to salvage the power from the great deities that once was. All of this is just a theory, of course, and my interpretation of the lore of Fear and Hunger. Let me know if you think differently about the old gods in Fear and Hunger, and leave a like and comment if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.